Hi class, today we're talking about biographies. We've talked about biographies a lot, so you know that a biography is the true story of a real person. Well, here are some little mini biographies. We are learning about some helpful heroes today. Clara Barton. Clara was a nurse. She started the American Red Cross. The Red Cross cares for people who need help. Here we have a picture of Clara. Booker T. Washington. Booker was a teacher. His school helped African Americans go to college, get good jobs, and start businesses. This is Booker T. Washington. You've learned more about him in our social studies unit, didn't you? And here is Sacagawea. Sacagawea was an explorer. Her skills helped other explorers cross the United States and make maps of the land. Our big question here is, what can people from the past teach us about helping others? Here we have 3 heroes who helped other people. These 3 heroes are all American heroes. Today, I want to share with you a biography and a little bit of information about this hero. Her name is Marie Curie. She is not American. She was actually born in Poland, and she went to college in France, and she made some very important discoveries. So I have this book that's really fun to read, but it's hard for you to see, and it's a little bit too long. So I'm going to read this one. Here's another biography of the same woman, Marie Curie. Marie Curie was a scientist. She studied X-rays. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. You know what's really cool about that? When she made this discovery that had her win the prize, she wasn't working by herself. She was working with her husband, Pierre, and one other man. So the 3 of them worked really hard, and they worked together. And all of them were important in finding this discovery. Well, when the people who give out the Nobel Prize were going to give it, they decided just to give it to Pierre and the other man, the 2 men that worked on it. And the men said, no, Marie helped a lot. In fact, we would not have done this without Marie. We needed her. And so she deserves the prize too. And so the committee that gives the prize said, okay, we'll give it to Marie, I guess. And that's why she was the first woman, because they stood up for her. It's important to stand up for others when you notice something is not wrong. And so all 3 of them got that Nobel Prize. Later in her life, she did more work. This time, she did it by herself. And she got another Nobel Prize. Just her. It's actually going to tell us that in the story. I skipped ahead. Marie was born on November 7th, 1867. She lived in Poland. She loved to study math and science. Her dad was actually a science teacher and taught her a lot. Marie married Pierre Curie. He was a scientist too. They worked together. They studied X-rays. They also discovered 2 new elements. That's what they got their prize for. In 1903, the Curies won a Nobel Prize for physics. No woman had won this prize before. Pierre died in 1906. Marie kept working. She did many experiments. She learned about the new elements. She won another Nobel Prize in 1911. She was the first person to win this prize twice. People did not yet know X-rays were dangerous. Curie's work with them made her sick. She died on July 4th, 1934. Curie's work was very important. She helped people learn about X-rays. Many doctors use X-rays today. There we go. So we'll stop there. Thank you for reading this biography with me and learning a little bit about Marie Curie. She was a woman who had to stand up for herself a lot. Where she lived, she could not go to college, and so she went to a whole other country so she could keep learning and growing. And she stood up for herself, and she surrounded herself with good people like her husband Pierre, who also stood up for her. When you have ideas about doing things differently, that's okay. That's what Marie did. She had all these different ideas. She had ideas like women should keep studying and women can be good scientists and help, and women can make a difference in the world. So I'm glad she had those ideas and made these discoveries in science that led to important things like x-rays. I am really, really glad that I get to do what I like to do. I wanted to be a teacher, and I get to be a teacher. And I hope that whether you're a boy or a girl, no matter where you live or what you look like, you choose to stand up for yourself and stand up for others to do the right thing. And know that you can become what you want to become. Marie wanted to be a scientist, and she got to be. I wanted to be a teacher, and I got to be, because I worked for it. I want to show you one more thing. I've showed you a couple of my books like this, these I Am books. I really like them. They're called I Am, and they're by Brad Meltzer. And here's another one. Then I have the Harriet Tubman one. These books you might be able to find in some libraries. They're really, really good. But the artist who does these books and the writer, the author and illustrator, they also work on a TV series called Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum. And there's a website, and I'm showing it to you now. It's called pbskids.org/Xavier. And they have some games and activities and videos. And they're really fun, so I thought it might be something you might want to check out. They keep talking. Stop talking. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.